welcome to Actors Endurance VODcast. And this is Monday's Hot Topics. And on Hot Topics Monday, Shanette and I are going to discuss hot topics like Tom Cruise's commitment to acting. Cannes Festival fights back. The film festival does fight back like Star Wars. Pew, pew, pew. All right, we have 20 award nominees, and we have what the Writers Guild is demanding from President Trump. Let's get this started.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go on to these Tony Award nominees. Now, if you guys follow this now, it's going down this year on June 8th, the 78th annual Tony Awards held at the Radio City Music Hall. Now, I'm gonna give you the bad news and then I give you a little bit of good news. So the bad news is Denzel did not get nominated. I think he got snubbed, y'all. They didn't put my man in there. Now that's crazy because him and I believe it was Jake Gyllenhaal, wasn't it? They did Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Lord have mercy. Now they were selling out. They probably had one of the highest ticket sales for their shows out of like in history. And guess what? They didn't get nominated. So how do you have
Wow.
the best shows on Broadway selling out like crazy? They're getting rave reviews, but nobody gets nominated.
Well, we're nominating this one person that's on here. Shout out to you. If you haven't followed us or liked and subscribed, please do. We're trying to get to 300, make a milestone. Thank you very, very much. My bad. What were you saying, Miss Shanette?
I know that's right. I was saying, listen, Denzel didn't get nominated for his debut on stage. But anyway, guess who did get nominated? So we have Audra McDonald. She got nominated and made history because she previously performed in she got 6 Tony wins. So this is her 11th nomination, and this is for her role in Gypsy. It was a musical. I was like, wow. She is Audra McDonald is the most Tony nominated performer of all time. I said, okay.
Wow.
What's going on? TAYM. I don't TAM. What's going on, girl? How you doing? Thanks for watching. Talking about the Tony Awards right now. So yeah, she got nominated. We also had Cole Escola, and she was nominated for best actress, lead actress for her role in Old Mary, and then also Daniel Day Kim is the first Asian American nominated for his lead role in the play called Yellowface. I said, oh, and then we also have another first with Sanaz Tusi. He's the first Iranian to be nominated. I said, okay, so we have a nice little multicultural, thing going on. So I'm excited about the Tony Awards. If you guys are not um, theater enthusiasts, definitely go see a Broadway show if you can at least once, or support your local theaters. You'll be amazed at the talent and the stories and the messages, and it's just a better feel. When you go to the movies, it's so impersonal, but when you go to the theater, it's just a personal experience. So it just, I don't know, it's amazing. So if you haven't been there, go to the theater. But anyway, the Tony Awards, they're going down June 8th. And yeah, hey, Actors Endurance, y'all, if you haven't done it, subscribe. That's all I'm
Yes,
saying.
yes, yes. Please follow, like, subscribe. This is Hot Topic Mondays. Thank you for joining us. All right. Um, well, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the Tonys, for you actors out there, the Tonys, that would be the award for mainly stage. So when we're talking musical theater, that's one thing, but um, I would like to bring legit theater back. So don't get all offended, musical theater people. Legit theater is just a way to separate musicals from theater without or non-musical theater. So I'd like to see some of those plays come back. Musical theater is cool and everything, but the stage really belongs to the actors who convey that message. So shout out to musical theater though. It's been holding Broadway down. But I wonder if that's why Denzel's play suffered because people just don't like to go, the other plays because they don't have that much action seem to be drawn out and a little boring to people when it's really cerebral.
Yeah, absolutely. But Denzel, their play got rave reviews. Everyone seemed to love it. They just didn't get nominated. So there's some hating going on, you know. Yeah, they.
Well, didn't we figure out? Oh my goodness! Didn't we figure out that uh the my bad, I lost my train of thought. You can go ahead. You can go
But
ahead.
yeah, we did figure out. Don't finish it though. We did figure out that a lot of times the people that are voting and nominating these
Yes,
award winners aren't even. So all the people that voted probably didn't even watch the show. They
there we
probably didn't
go.
even read the reviews. They're just voting on who they like and who they don't like. Yeah, but we found that out with what is it? The not the Tonys,
It was the Oscars.
yeah,
I
the
think it was the
Oscars.
Oscars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they make it mandatory now for people to watch the films before voting. Whereas before, what the hell were they doing? This ain't what the hell Wednesday, so I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna shut up. It's Hot Topics
Yes.
Monday, so we're just giving y'all the hot topics. But hey, listen, we come to y'all Mondays with the hot topics, Wednesdays with the what the hell Wednesdays. Well, I should have did this article so I could go off, but I'm gonna save that energy for Wednesday, and then Fridays we coming y'all with fun facts, and that's how we do it over at Actors and Doing. So all y'all watching right now, subscribe. Go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. And we love this, but we're moving right along. So,
Mhm.
another hot topic that we have going on. All right. So, Tom Cruise has an unwavering commitment to acting. At the age of 62, Tom Cruise has declared he has no plans to retire, y'all, expressing his intention to continue making movies until his hundreds. He is not playing. He emphasized his passion for cinema and his dedication to action, drama, and comedy genres. So, if you love Tom Cruise, yay! If you're hating on Tom Cruise, too bad, because he's gonna be acting for a while. So if he's 62, he plans to be acting into his hundreds. He's got like 40 more years of acting. 40 more years. I wondered, could he do a Mission Impossible at, let's say, age 88? Could he still be jumping out of the planes and doing all the crazy stuff he does?
Yes, but in a different way, right? Because we don't know what technology is going to be like. Can he put on like some kind of robotic suit that just moves his body? Or could he just be the mastermind behind the crazy things and maybe he has a remote control and he's flying cars or, blowing it? You just never know. I mean, they're going to get creative and I love me some Tom Cruise, so I'm all for it. He's going to go out just like Betty Wright, right?
Hmm.
Oh, no,
Yep.
excuse me, Betty White. Yeah, Betty White, not Betty. Betty Wright, the singer. I love her. But
Yeah, right.
well, like Betty White, and then he's gonna continue doing his thing like Marla Gibbs. Marla Gibbs
Yep.
is still active. I don't know how old she is, but she's still looking good, feeling good, and doing some good work on the screen. So I'm all for it.
I think she older than Morgan. I think.
She
We
might
didn't think
be.
nobody was older than Morgan, but yeah, Marla Gibbs is up there. She's got,
Absolutely.
yeah. Well, that's the great thing about this business is the one thing that is absolutely great, hard as hell to get into, but if you're in there, oftentimes you can work until you literally die.
Yeah.
And if you could be afforded that opportunity, you could work all the way up until, people need grandparents and old people for films and stage. So that is what I love, but getting into it is definitely more challenging.
Oh, for sure. Especially getting into it the right way, because everybody's been watching, the Tootsie Roll Man and his little trials and everything. Did y'all pick that up? Okay, you
Yes,
probably did
that's
a little bit.
hilarious.
Another one, but yeah. So as long as y'all get in there the right way and don't, what they say, give it up. Well, anyway, y'all, listen, we're here for a good time, not a long time. And again, y'all, we come to y'all Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, we have some books out there. So if you're interested in studying the craft and maintaining your skills as an actor, or if you're just getting started, please go to our YouTube channel, watch all the videos. We give you everything you need to get started. And you see, he's holding a planner. You got to go to Amazon, get your daily planner. It's specifically tailored towards actors to keep you organized. It gives you some tips and some other things that you'll need for the business. And then the only book that you need to buy, read, study, use constantly, keep with you is the Actor's Little Black Handbook. Get it on Amazon. It'll change your life. Like I said, that's all you need right there. And it's from us. So of course it's quality. So yeah,
Yes,
moving on.
moving right along, right along. And I
Mhm.
guess this next part was just brought to you by Actors Endurance Books on Amazon. Go to Actors Endurance, go to Amazon, actually do an Actors Endurance search, and you'll find both of our books there. They're both under $25. So no excuse going ahead and get what you need to keep you going. All right, moving right along with Hot Topic Mondays. This is Monday, May the 19th. Oh my goodness, I almost said our other date. All right, May the 19th. Here we go. So Wes Anderson criticizes proposed film tariffs. At the Cannes Film Festival, director Wes Anderson mocked former President Trump's proposal. He said former. They're talking about former president? That is hilarious. Mocked president, current president
I
Trump's
guess it's both.
proposal.
It's
I
both,
know
huh? It's former and
they
current. So, yeah.
they are trying their damnedest to get this man out of office. They done already manifested him out. So I'm gonna keep POTUS where he is. All right. So Wes Anderson mocked POTUS. He mocked POTUS's proposal of a 100% tariff on films produced outside of the United States, arguing that such a measure is impractical and would primarily hurt American filmmakers like himself. If you want more on that article, you can go to The Guardian and get the full article. Now, that's a very interesting point. I mentioned this on the show prior to this that the tariffs hurt us. It hurts us as filmmakers. And I'm like, the money that it takes to make a film is not cheap enough for the average filmmaker in the United States to make a film. So if you're going to tell us that we can't make films in cheaper areas, then you either have to make our area cheaper or you got to give us incentives as artists to be able to facilitate something like that, or you're leaving us out to dry. So, look, Trump, no president has really stood up for the arts. So let me just start that. All of them say, oh, we're going to give to the National Endowment of the Arts, and then it never gets done. So I'm just saying that, if, can one of our presidents step up and speak for the artists? Just one.
Yeah,
Just
I
one.
mean, yeah, it would really, really, really be nice. It sure would be nice if they finally stood up for us. Because what I don't understand is um, how can you send billions and billions of dollars overseas to all these other countries and giving them help and but like pour into us pour into us. It grows the economy. It's good for everybody. So yeah, pour into us. All these daggone tariffs just ruining everything on a whole large scale. And yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. All I'll say is, speaking of Trump, I got another hot topic about the Orange Man. So
Okay.
yeah, because we all know in his first, whatever days, all he was doing was, fire, fire, fire. So now the Writers Guild of America is demanding the reinstatement of the head of the U.S. Copyright Office because she was unlawfully fired. I'm like, what in the world? So Shira Perlmutter, forgive me. Shira Perlmutter was fired by the Trump administration after releasing a critical AI report saying the technology was premature for government use. Now, does that really seem like grounds for firing somebody?
Yes, it does, because this is somebody that's halting a process that they want to get done. So
Yeah,
yeah, you got to fire them. I mean, you think about it, they're really, really slick. They fire you, and by the time you fight, to get back in. They've already passed whatever legislation they were trying to pass because they got you out of the way in enough time to get that done. So they're just trying to pass something. She's a roadblock. If she wasn't, then if she was playing ball, but the copyright is to protect us as citizens. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, eventually AI is going to claim IP.
Yeah.
They're doing it right now. Actually, if you have a book, when we wrote our books, it's a whole section in Amazon that says, hey, how much of this is AI assisted and things like that. So nowadays, if you just write a straight AI book, they're
Mhm.
starting to ban that now. Like if you just say AI, well, chat, write me a book on acting, and it writes the entire book. No, they're starting not to accept that. So um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
time to change it, huh?
what they did with her, because she wrote the what is it? She wrote the report saying that it was premature use, but what she also said was um the assessment that AI companies that train their systems through unauthorized access to copyrighted materials goes beyond established fair use boundaries, and that could cause harm to copyright owners. So basically, they're just stealing. All they're doing is just stealing the daggone. They're just stealing people's content. That's all they're really doing. So yeah, I'm like, you can't do that. You fire her because, like you said, she's not she's not basically playing ball. She's not playing the game, because really she's calling them out because they want free use of it so that people like Musk can take it and train all his bots and systems and on all our stuff, and then take it, regenerate it, make all this money off of our stuff. You can't do that. It's funny how he's all about. He talks a lot about the criminals, and they need to be locked up, and they need to be. How can you speak out both sides of your mouth? Like, you can't talk about, the criminals and, people that break the law need to be locked up. And then you turn around and just continue to break the law. And then when you get called out on it, it's like, oh, okay. What do you mean? Okay. I'll look into it. What do you mean you look into it? Like, you're breaking the law. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into it. But
Right. Uh,
yeah, they basically had no authority to fire her. We know that, she wasn't, an ally to Trump and Musk and Sam Altman and anybody that had financial interest in that program. So that's really why she was fired. So the Writers Guild of America is demanding an immediate reinstatement of her because, like I said, they had no authority to fire her in the first place. So yeah, I mean, it's sad, but and I'm sure she is not the only one. A lot of people were fired for no apparent reason or for reasons, they were just fired illegally. You can't fire somebody because they're not, going along with your criminal activity. So
it doesn't matter. I mean, they're not going to get in trouble for it. I mean, if worst comes to worst, she'll sue, and she'll probably win the case. But the law has been made. Like that's all they care about. All of this, that little bit of money, what they don't care nothing. The taxpayers pay it anyway. Taxpayers, we pay lawsuits. Okay, we pay all of these big lawsuits. We pay it. It comes out of our pockets. So if you've ever if you've ever won one of those, what do they call those big lawsuits?
class act,
Um, yeah, if you ever want a class
class
action, yeah,
action.
you sued the people of the United States. You did not sue the company. Trust me. Anyway, moving right along because we ain't going to go there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, this was Hot Topics Monday. So listen, y'all, we're here every Monday with Monday Hot Topics. We're here every Wednesday with What the Hell Wednesdays, and every Friday Fun Facts Fridays. Catch us at 8. And we got some more stuff coming up. I have some free acting workshops coming up, y'all. It's gonna be blazing, brand new format, something that y'all have never seen before. I'm telling you, just keep looking out. All right. Got anything else for him, partner?
No, man, just go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for joining.
Yep. Deuces.